In this video, we'll be going over the 5 hottest NVIDIA news stories of the week. Middle East expansion, Jensen Huang stock sales, cloud gaming updates, executive departure, and AI grid vision. These developments showcase NVIDIA's global reach, leadership moves, gaming innovations, organizational changes, and industry-shaping ideas. NVIDIA is making waves in the Middle East with a deal that's set to revolutionize AI technology in the region. The tech giant has inked an agreement with Qatari telecom powerhouse Ooredoo to deploy its cutting-edge AI tech across data centers in 5 Middle Eastern countries. This move is huge, folks. We're talking about NVIDIA's first large-scale launch in an area where Washington has been pretty strict about exporting advanced US chips. Now you might be wondering, what's the big deal? Well, let me tell you, this isn't just any ordinary expansion. This deal is going to make Ooredoo the trailblazer in the region, offering its data center clients in Qatar, Algeria, Tunisia, Oman, Kuwait, and the Maldives direct access to NVIDIA's AI and graphics processing technology. I've got to say, that's a pretty impressive lineup of countries, but here's where it gets really interesting. Ooredoo's CEO, Aziz Aluthman Fakhru, dropped a statement that's got me on the edge of my seat. He said, and I quote, "Our B2B clients, thanks to this agreement, will have access to services that probably their competitors won't for another 18 to 24 months. Now, if that doesn't scream competitive advantage, I don't know what does. The deal was sealed on June 19th during the TM Forum in Copenhagen, but the financial details are being kept under wraps. What we do know is that Ooredoo is going all in on this partnership. They're investing a whopping $1 billion to boost their regional data center capacity by 2025, adding additional megawatts on top of their current 40 megawatts. And get this, they're planning to almost triple that capacity by the end of the decade. Talk about ambitious. Now let's switch gears and talk about NVIDIA's main man, Jensen Huang. The founder, president, and CEO has been making some interesting moves in the stock market. Between June 13 and 21, Huang sold a cool 720,000 shares of NVIDIA stock, raking in a total of $94.6 million. That's no chump change, folks. But before you start panicking, let me break it down for you. This sale was all part of a pre-approved trading plan set up on March 14th. It's a pretty common practice for executives to use these plans to avoid any appearance of insider trading. Huang still owns a massive 80.7 million shares in his personal account, plus hundreds of millions more through trusts and partnerships. Now, here's where it gets juicy. Huang's original plan was to sell up to 600,000 shares, but then NVIDIA decided to do a 10-for-1 stock split on June 7th. So on a post-split basis, we're looking at a plan that covers 6 million shares. Huang's still got another 5,280,000 shares he could potentially sell under this plan, which runs until March 2025. I've got to say, the timing of these sales is pretty interesting. NVIDIA's stock has been on an absolute tear, up 156% so far in 2024. It's hard not to wonder if Huang's cashing in on the AI boom that sent NVIDIA's valuation soaring. But hey, I'm not here to speculate, just laying out the facts for you. Now let's talk gaming. NVIDIA's GeForce Now cloud gaming service is adding some serious firepower to its library. 2 award-winning, narrative-driven games from Xbox Studios, Tell Me Why and As Dusk Falls, are now available to stream. These aren't your run-of-the-mill games, folks. We're talking about rich, emotionally charged stories that'll keep you glued to your screen. GeForce Now is also adding 4 other titles this week, including Still Wakes the Deep, a horror game set on an offshore oil rig. Talk about nightmare fuel. And for all you metalheads out there, there's Metallica, Fuel, Fire, Fury in Fortnite. Imagine experiencing a Metallica concert with gameplay that matches the intensity of the music. Sign me up. What I find really cool about GeForce Now is how it's breaking down barriers in gaming. You don't need a high-end gaming rig to play these titles. You can stream them on your PC, Mac, Shield TV, or even your Android device. And if you upgrade to a Priority or Ultimate membership, you can enjoy enhanced streaming quality, including up to 4K resolution and 120 frames per second on supported devices. That's some serious tech right there. Now, let's shift gears to some internal NVIDIA news that's got the tech world buzzing. Simona Jankowski, NVIDIA's head of finance and investor relations, is leaving the company after 7 years. And get this, she's headed to a startup to become their CFO. Talk about a plot twist. Jankowski announced her departure on LinkedIn, calling it a not an easy decision. I've got to say, her career trajectory is pretty impressive. She started as a Goldman Sachs equity research analyst back in 2001, and her first assignment was building NVIDIA's financial model. Fast forward to 2017, and she joined NVIDIA, where she's been a key player in the company's meteoric rise. During her tenure at NVIDIA, Jankowski has seen some crazy growth. We're talking about revenue increasing over tenfold, earnings and market cap jumping by more than 20 times, and the AI compute performance of NVIDIA's flagship GPU skyrocketing by over 1,000 times. Oh, and let's not forget about the size of frontier AI models growing by over 20,000 times. Those are some seriously impressive numbers, folks. Losing someone of Jankowski's caliber is a big deal. She's been a fixture on NVIDIA conference calls and has played a crucial role in overseeing the company's finances during a period of unprecedented growth. It'll be interesting to see how NVIDIA fills this gap and who they bring in to take on this critical role. Last but certainly not least, let's talk about NVIDIA's vision for an AI-powered electric grid. CEO Jensen Huang recently spoke at the annual meeting of the Edison Electric Institute, and let me tell you, he painted a pretty exciting picture of the future. Huang believes that the electric grid and the utilities managing it have a crucial role to play in the next industrial revolution, which is being driven by AI and accelerated computing. He went as far as to say, the future of digital intelligence is quite bright, and so the future of the energy sector is bright too. Now, that's a bold statement if I've ever heard one. Huang envisions a future where AI-powered smart meters will allow customers to sell their excess electricity to neighbors. He described it as a smart network with a digital layer like an app store for energy. Can you imagine treating energy like apps on your phone? That's some next-level stuff right there. NVIDIA is already making moves in this space. They're working with companies like Hubble and Utilidata to develop a new generation of smart meters using the NVIDIA Jetson platform. These smart meters will be able to process and analyze real-time grid data using AI models at the edge. It's like having a mini supercomputer in your electric meter. As we wrap up this week's NVIDIA News Roundup, I just want to remind everyone that none of this is investment advice. Always do your own research before making any financial decisions. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, why not hit that subscribe button and leave a comment letting me know which story you found most interesting.